Yeah, it's a bunch of little good features on here.
Yeah,
What's
we
up,
got to
y'all?
start playing it more. Yeah, what's going on, everyone? It's
What's
the
up?
WTF Wednesday.
We got some new
Share
merch
this out.
coming in. Watch out for the new
Woo.
merch coming up. Share this live with any and everybody that you know.
Yes.
We got some good information coming today. Hopefully, everybody had a wonderful extended weekend. It's always good to have those couple of extra days off from the 9 to 5 grind if that's what you're doing. But glad to have everybody here today on the live stream and the replay.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It was so, for those that may not know, we had a big event this Saturday with the WTF. And, man, it was just beautiful, bro, to see the young men networking and actually people were giving me so much feedback about how great they were, how respectful they were, and they stepped up anytime anything was asked of them, bro. And I was so proud of them.
Man, it's always good to have the younger generation share these type of experiences and be in buildings that that they're really just one step away from being on the stage that you're on, simply because they know you, and they're being groomed and prepared to be able to step into that role, to step into that authority, whatever that may
Yes.
mean for their particular skill set or their desire or their passion. Just like how we had Josh at the P2P mastermind, just by him being there expands his mind, expands his thinking, and
Mm.
increases his confidence, because I'm pretty sure he saw himself in the position that we were in, in the future. Not too long in the future, I may say, but it's always good to see where you're actually going.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. You said it perfectly, bro. Like just seeing them step up and step out of their comfort zone, they're being stretched. And for
Mhm.
those that know, when you're stretched so far, you never come back to your original. You can't come back. Your whole life will forever be changed. His
Mhm.
life will forever be changed for being in the mastermind. And the same way with the event this weekend. Now let's just be frank about this. We were at a church service. It was a Christian event with a lot of Christian artists, and most of our guys are not churchgoers. They're not, and nothing again. No knock on the church. I love that. Everybody's doing something great. I'm all for it. I don't care if it's the Jewish temple, the mosque with the whatever it is. If you're doing good, I'm gonna support you, and I'll come to your house of worship. That's just me. But these teenagers, they were not really like at the beginning. It was like I don't know, and then the rappers got on stage, bro, and they were good. Like they were really, really good. And a few of the singers got on there, and Pastor Boyd. Shout out to Pastor Boyd, Stephen Boyd out there. This man rocked it. And then he asked for anyone that wanted to be prayed upon to come up to the front. So I went up there with my 6-year-old niece, and because I'm Mr. WTF accepts all prayers.
Absolutely.
Do you want to put me in there, please? I'll write you a list of what I need praying for if that's the case. So,
Hey, no
but
doubt.
hey, but they started embracing it, and when I went on the stage, I went by myself, just me and my niece. And I didn't know who came up there with me until my wife took a picture and they were all up there getting hands put on them and praying
Mm.
together. I didn't ask them to. I didn't say it was mandatory. I didn't tell them that they had to do anything. They volunteered to do that. And it was
Mhm.
so beautiful, man, to see these young teenagers, these young lions step up and accept the fact that somebody wants to pray over you.
Mhm.
Like, bro, who turns down prayer?
Yeah. And it flips it flips society on its head, because society tends to prey on the young people. But
Ooh, I like that
just the
play.
fact that they had somebody to pray for them, that
Ooh.
oh man, that positivity, man, like it just lifts up their soul, man, from having to go out into the world and fight and just see things on social media where it's all this negativity and just indoctrinating their mind and just preying on their downfall. Yeah, man, like you
Mm.
can't ever beat like the Most High stepping in and actually, having a purpose for everything, and like just kind of going further into that, like that whole service was a miracle. You want to kind of
Oh
talk
my
about
God. Oh
that?
man, listen. So here's what happened. The food truck canceled on us. Now we have people. This was not a free event. We have people who paid, and the food truck canceled on us. So the day before the event, I was brought $300 worth of food and barbecue till midnight that night. Woke up the next morning, finished the barbecue. So I had to start over again with some meats that we got coming in late, and we did that. Then the storms came and knocked out the power of the church. The whole building was dark. So and now it's 93 degrees. So like it's 93 degrees and humid during this event. It was bad. It was really, really hot. And then right up, the event starts at 6. Around 5:15, the tornado sirens go off. Like, what in the world? Hey,
Wild.
but here's the beauty of God and the beauty of perseverance, because we all still showed up. And here's the funny part about it. The electricity came back on at 4. So by the time we get there and the event starts at 6, it's hot. I mean, because the air hasn't been on since the day before.
Right.
And it just got turned on 2 hours ago. This is a huge location. Beautiful place, man. And it was right around 50 people that came out. So many more paid to come and didn't show up because of the storms. There were thousands of people around us without power. And here's how God got a sense of humor with me. Anyway, I'm gonna speak for myself. I can't speak for nobody else. But he's a funny guy. Yeah, he my pops, he's funny, because all that happened and then it stopped. And the rain stopped. It got pretty outside. We had the event. When the event was over, the rain came back down. This was Saturday night.
Dang.
Sunday, the electricity went out at the church again. They couldn't even have their service. He literally turned the electric on just long enough for us to get that.
Man, that's beautiful. You gotta love that.
I'm telling you,
That's
man,
that's
like,
how you know everything is for a reason, man. Everything was for a reason, and everything that happens in our life happens for us. It just all depends on how we look at it. And most people could have thought of everything that happened as, oh man, it's not meant to be. But he persevered. He got an early barbecue, finished the task. The people who were meant to be there showed up. And it was just an all around good, wholesome time. So I'm definitely glad to hear that for sure.
It was, man, and we made some great connections. Some people really heard our story, but more than me, they didn't really care about me. It was the teenagers, man. When they saw me go up on the stage and they see these young men taking pictures and doing a video and walking around and just folding up the merch and managing the merch table, and seeing them do all this, nobody else was doing that. Name someone else that's doing it our way. And if they are doing it, they're on such a high level that they can do that. But people like us that are starting out, we put our teenagers out front because that's the goal. The goal isn't for me and Dimitri to be better. Yeah, that's going to happen because of what we're doing. But the goal isn't for me and Dimitri to get rich off of these teenagers. And the goal is for these teenagers to have their businesses popping, to have their offers out there for everyone. I know at least 2 people have reached out to the videographer that want him to do some work. This man is 18, just graduated high school, and he's already getting offers. Our 15-year-old social media manager, Joshua, has 2 offers out there, 2 requests for his offer to do their social media. Like, everything that we're doing is to build up these teenagers. We're going to be built up regardless. Like, that's just the what is it? The law of reciprocity.
Yeah, law of reciprocity.
Yeah. So that part happens. That's not our goal. Our goal is to make sure that none of these teenagers we touch ever commit suicide, ever go to prison, ever end up homeless on the streets, working a 9-to-5 that they hate. We don't want that for anybody that we work with. But in order for them to really grasp hold of what we're doing and what other parents are doing, you got to get involved. You got to find out what they want. What do they desire? Most adults right now don't know what they want. They'll say, "Oh, I want to be rich." That don't mean nothing when you
Yeah.
say that, because uh, according to a homeless person, you are rich.
Mm.
So
Perspective. Yeah.
okay, so guys be like, "All right, well, you rich. We're gonna compare you to this one. Then you rich. Then if that's all you want, you can't be that broad. You have to get into the details, the nuts and bolts of these things." And hey, someone told me this. They said, "Well, that's too much like work. I do that at my job." And my retort was this: "You mean to tell me you will do this for your boss, do this for the company that you work for, and you will be detailed, follow the schedule, do
Mm-hmm.
every little thing you need to do, but you won't do that for you?
Mm.
You won't do that for your teenager? You won't do that for your household? So you're structured when you're at work, but when you get off work, it's whatever. We're gonna
Anything
figure it out.
goes.
Yeah, yeah. Like, so what I ask everybody that's listening to this and watching this, or you are the number one investment, not your business, not your family, not your spouse. Those are not your number one investments. It's you. Because with you being right, everything else gets better. Your spouse, your relationship will get better with your spouse. Your business will do better. Your health will be better. All these things get better when you focus on you. And people, well, some people might think I'm selfish. So who cares what they think?
Exactly.
Then be selfish then. You've been putting everybody before you, your business, your family, your love, all this. Put you first. Make you the first investment. Because when you invest in you, everybody that you touch will be blessed. But you got to get you right. You got to
Mm-hmm.
get you on point. And then it becomes so much easier. But people struggle because they're focusing on this and that. Why am I not being successful? Is it because of this person? Is it because of this business? No, it's because of you. It's not
Mm-hmm.
because of inflation. It's not because of a coach done hoax you and put you in a program you don't want to be in. That's a lesson learned. Keep it moving. But it still falls down on you. You got to get you together. And when we start focusing on us, oh my God, man, everything gets better. Everything your when your energy is up, guess what? Everybody around you, their energy will go up. And let me
Absolutely.
be quiet, man. But yeah, hey, I've talked just this week with several professionals, people that are successful, people that are not successful, multiple people I've talked to, and the whole time, all they're doing is pointing fingers as to why they're not successful,
Mm-hmm.
why this program isn't working, why my affirmations are not working. You don't believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they don't
Exactly.
work. You don't even believe in the words coming out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You trying to lie to yourself. You think yourself is gonna allow you to lie to it. It's not. It's not. Well, I don't know. You might be
Absolutely.
that
Well, some people
good.
are in a space where they do believe the lies that they tell themselves, but just kind of going back to what you know the what we had the teens doing at the event this past weekend, and one thing that I want to point out and kind of toot our own horns is that uh, I guarantee you a lot of those looks and a lot of the interest from the people who were there were not just coming from the fact that we had teens there. It was also the fact that we had teenage black men,
Mm,
young black men, and society. This goes back to society and them preying on the main people are the young black males. And I saw this post and it said churches are designed to control women, schools are designed to control children, and prisons are designed to control the men.
mm,
So just
mm.
just the fact that
That's heavy.
yeah, man, when I saw it, I was like, dang, that makes a lot of sense. And just the fact that we have young black men doing something positive and productive, and not feeding into the prison industrial complex
Mm,
mindset. That I guarantee you, the fact that we had them doing something positive and contributing to the community, that's what really was turning those heads. On top of them
yes.
being teenagers, right? But the fact that they were young and black, and doing something positive, that's not something that we're being pushed to on the media every single day. So I just had to make sure that
Yes.
we pointed that out because that's a heavy, heavy factor in what
Oh
we're
man.
doing. That the whole mindset of controlling the different demographics.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, man? That statement, that post you just mentioned is so perfect. Like, and while it's not right, it just is what it is. So
Yeah.
a lot of that, it'll take hundreds of years to change.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what we can change is the few that we get, because we don't want 1,000 mentees. I couldn't deal with that many to save my life. But the ones that we do get, we guarantee that their life will forever be changed. There is
Mhm.
no way. I don't care if you're grown. I don't care if you're a millionaire. If you have a discussion with me and Dimitri, your life is going to be changed. You're going to hear some things that you haven't heard, especially these teenagers. And a lot of these millionaires, man, if you look at them, yeah, they got those millions, but they're not happy. They're not married. They're not joyous. Yeah, they have Rolls Royces and Ferraris and all these. Look at their health. Belly big is all out. Just in bad health, but you rich. You know, you're wealthy. They say health is wealth. I
So
guess you ain't
yeah.
as wealthy as you say you are. You know, and then the single ones out there, they thirsty straight Tatianas. That's why these are men I'm talking about. These men are
Oh.
Tatianas looking for, a fun time. And
Mhm.
here's what I say, even for them, a lot of times when we hit successes, our ego will allow us to miss what took us there. And you see a
Mhm.
lot of these gurus falling off. You
Yeah.
see a lot of them not posting anything because they've been exposed.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, man, I know I'm going down a rabbit hole with this, but I wanted to mention that what we're doing is going to help not just these children, but the parents of these children, because we want to talk to the parents. We do talk to the parents, but we want to talk to the parents more in depth, because what their child is learning, their child will be able to teach them and
Mhm.
raise everybody up. This is legacy, you all. This is how you build legacy wealth. This is how you create a legacy, by using your family, your main family is up under your roof. Everybody else is extended, including your mama. I know
Mhm.
don't nobody want to hear that's my main family. No, it's not. It's what's under your roof. That's your
Mhm.
first priority. Not your mama, your brother, your sister, none of them. It's what's under your roof, especially for the parents. And what I challenge the parents to do is pull your team together. You got a built-in team. Pull your team together and they will follow your lead, but you got to have something for them to lead. You
Mhm.
have to take the lead for them to follow. Because as with John Maxwell, I love this quote. One of the first things I ever heard from him is, a leader who doesn't have any followers is not leading. They're just taking a walk. So
Man, the simplest things be making the most sense, man. That's so true.
you think you leading, but you just taking a walk. You know that you're leading people by who's following,
Mhm.
by what they're saying, by what they're doing, by the way that they followed me to that stage when I went up there to have hands put on me. And I didn't ask any of them, but
Mhm.
and again, these are not religious young men, but they still follow the lead. They still got hands put on them, and they still, because they see what we're doing. They're like, oh yeah, let's jump on it. I want in. I want in. And they see us making these moves, man, and taking massive action. So again, to wrap that part up, parents, get involved with your teens. If you don't know how to do this, DM me or Dimitri, and we can give you some pointers. We have the Adulting WTF book that'll give you 5 steps to allow your teen to become independent from high school. So we have the tools, we have the gems. All you have to do is DM us for it, because again, we're just getting started with these young people. You all, this is a movement. This is not a program that when we're done with them after 12 weeks, they go on about their business. No, no, no. This is a
Mhm.
lifetime community that we're building of like-minded teenage individuals. So let's think of it 5 years from now with these teenagers in the community. Do you not know the massive wealth movement that's gonna happen with these teens? Man,
Yeah, that's a great point, man. I was just thinking of a Bible verse in the book of Proverbs. One of my favorite books.
love
It's
Proverbs.
it's all about wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not sure the exact verse, but the I'm not sure what the number is, but the verse goes, "Train up a child in the way he will go, and when he is older, he won't depart from it." And
Mm.
that's, parents, if you feel like, your teenage boy is, almost a man and you can't do nothing with them, if you feel like that training stage that you have the most influence over it has passed, bring your child over to us. We will continue to train him if he's willing to learn. We
That's
can't
all we
accept
need.
anybody. Exactly. They have to have a growth mindset. They have to understand that their knowledge and that their intelligence can and will grow if they apply themselves and if they take action. So if you feel like you
Yes.
can't train your child any more than what you've already done, you've done the best you can, bring them over to us and we'll take it from there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yeah, and you know what? To piggyback on that, which was perfect, my junior don't follow what I'm doing in the mentorship. I can't get a hold of him because he's toned me out because he's tired of hearing dad's voice. He needs another voice in his ear, and I'm okay with that. And he can get any coaching, anything that he wants. He doesn't have to get it through me. So a lot of you parents are out there struggling with a team that has toned you out. They've heard your mouth so much that they don't want to hear anything else. You know, they just get quiet, play like I don't know what to say. You get frustrated and get out of my face. And now they're back to playing video games, doing what they do. You never found out what the root of the problem is. And again, I'm not beating up the parents. The teens should react to you. They should follow your lead, but some of them don't. And because of that, that's what we're here for. Because here's my guarantee, and you all can take this to the bank. And anybody listening, if you pay for my program and you don't get what I guarantee, I'll give you your money back plus some. I know
You
if
can't
you
beat that.
apply yourself, I promise you, I know if you apply yourself and do the work, take the action, I guarantee your life will be changed forever. It will be changed for your outlook on life will never be the same after you've been in these sessions with us. Guarantee it. And when I say it's never going to go to the worst, it's only going to move up because we're stretching those minds. A lot of them don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Schools have told them you're this, and they don't identify with that. So they're lost. They don't know, we're separating God in school, the church and the school. But you ain't separating it from the money that you spend every day because it says in God we trust on there. So why are we separating it from the school? There's something going on, systemic, that's going on that's allowing these young people to have no faith in themselves and feel like they don't know what to do. So the suicide rates are up. Like here's a fun fact for all the parents out there. For those that don't know, the number one cause for death between 1 to 18-year-olds is what? Anybody take a guess, put it in the chat. Between 1 to 18-year-olds, what's the number one cause of death? Guns. This is a new, you can go out there and look it up. It started in 2014. It used to be vehicular homicides and things like that, car accidents that would, cause the death rates to go up. It started in 2014. In 2020, gun violence became the number one reason why kids between 1 to 18 die. Think about that. I mean, if that one stat alone doesn't think, and people say, well, now I raised my kids right. What happens? And I hope you did raise your kids right. Kudos to the parents that have been doing a great job with their teens. What happens if your teen's best friend commits suicide, gets murdered? How does that impact your teen? Since those school shootings, look it up, you all. When those school shootings happened, some of those kids committed suicide afterwards because they couldn't deal with life after going through that traumatic experience. Look them up. Every one of these colleges and high schools where there's been mass shootings, the suicide rates follow because they're not equipped to deal with anything drastic like that because we've been sheltering them their whole lives, making sure they don't struggle. And we thought we were being great parents by doing this. And now they're at a point to where going through certain struggles, they're not good at. And suicide is an option for these teenagers. It might not have been an option for my group because hell, all we went through, everybody should have committed suicide, but that's a whole nother story. But this group right here, they're already having identity issues at high school. They're already turned off by college. Let's use Xavier for example. I'm gonna put him on the spot. He went through the junior ROTC, did great. I mean, jumped so many steps to, knocking it out the park. He did a fitness health. What am I thinking? When you
like fitness test,
fitness test. Yeah. I forgot the word for it, but he did that for the military. And guess what the military said? You have an irregular heartbeat. You're not allowed to be in the military. This is a kid that wanted to. He loved doing that. He can't even. Yeah, it was a physical. Thank you, sweetheart. He can't even go to the military if he wanted to. He has no desire for college. So what is he going to do now? Work a 9 to 5. Again, we as parents, we didn't raise them to work 9 to 5s. We didn't put them out in the fields. We didn't make them cut grass every summer, use a shovel every winter. We didn't do that to them because it was done to us. And we said, my kid ain't going to have to ever worry about nothing. Okay, now they're grown and you made them where they didn't have to worry about nothing their whole lives. And now adulting slaps them across the head and they don't know what to do. This stuff is systemic and deeper than just a teenager not wanting to follow the parents. It's bigger than that, parents. There's a lot going on in the psyche of these young people. And so social media, society, high school, all of these things are factors that are getting into the brain, getting it. And now we've taken away God from everything other than the money. We're going to make sure we worship that. But we've taken God out of everything that they've done. So they feel like, what's the sense of me doing this? And then pow, you get a call, your child just off themselves. Nobody wants to go through that, you all. So if there's an inkling of your child possibly going that route, you need to let us know immediately because we're here to service them. And man, I didn't talk the whole time. I'm sorry, Dimitri, man.
Bro, no, like this was really, really designed for you to have the floor because we missed you last week. Me, Josh, and Xavier held it down without you here. So this was specifically your show to really share, the experiences that you all had at the, meetup at the conference over the weekend. And
it was so dope, bro. Like, I wish you were here. I wish everybody would have been there. We're planning. We have another event at the same location in November. We're going to be advertising and sending that out. Like, the event was amazing. And again, before anybody thinks that's watching this, I am not poo-pooing suicide. I think that is very serious, a big, big deal. So I'm not making fun of that. I'm not saying, this is just the norm. No. Nobody should even be in a position where they think about suicide. But we know that people do. And those that do, a couple of our mentees have mentioned it. And because of that, we want them to be a part of this community where they actually have people who will pour into them. They have people their age that will be there to assist them. If they toned out you parents, we have teenagers that are accountability partners that we can partner with your team to make sure that they're good, to make sure if it's 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and they're playing a video game and they're having these type of thoughts. Because our teenagers be up till 3, 4 in the morning on the same things. But now they have someone that they can reach out to. So it's bigger than just a program, you all. The program, look, how much time I got? Man, I want to talk about this program thing because people are talking about all these scammers out there and they're scamming them with their program. No, you're scamming yourself because you didn't do your due diligence. We have a program And guess what? We put in a lot of work on this program, and it's great. But the program could be copied and duplicated by AI, by a lot of people. So you all out there thinking, oh, I want to protect my program, I'm not going to put it out there, somebody's going to steal it. Let that go. It ain't that good. I'm sorry, it's not. But what you need to focus on is you. Will they follow you? If they believe in you, the individual, not the program. The program is great. It's designed to help. Not one bad word about anybody's program. But what about that coach? Who is that coach? Do you know that coach? Do they really care about these kids? And if for anybody that know us, they know for a fact we care about these kids. Because the kids, here's the thing, the young people that have been through our program haven't paid us one dime. We ain't made one dime off of them coming through our program. And we pour into them, and we're available for them every day. And they reach out to us. They do have issues with their parents. They have issues with bullying at school. They have all these suicide thoughts. They reach out to us, and we're going to pour into them. Because it's not about the dollar sign. It's not about, I got the best program in the world. Who cares? That's like a college saying your curriculum is trash because I can get the whole thing from AI. It's nothing. That 100,000 you charging for that degree, Harvard, I can get the same studies through AI for $20 a month. So let's get past this notion of the program, the gurus, the schemers, and the scammers, and they're doing it. Yes, that's happening. You got a lot of shiesty people out there. So here's my challenge to everybody that wants to join a program, that wants to put their teenager in the program. Look at the social proof. Look at who they are. Have a conversation with this person. If they're leading you with money, run away. If they don't have a mentor, run away. Because if they believe in mentorship and by mentoring you, then they would have one. And if they don't have one, then there's something wrong with that individual. It could be a scam. You ever think about that? But like I said, I'm on I want to talk for the next hour and a half because
let's go ahead and close it out, man. So thank you everybody for joining us live. Listen, there are two things that everybody who is watching this video either live or on the replay should consider when they're considering handing their teen over to an organization or a group of people, a community such as What's the Formula. The first, judges on the things that are coming out of our minds, out of our mouths, right? The things that are in our head, always, listen to what we're saying on these lives and everything like that. Check out our posts on social media. Judge us by that. But don't just use that as the one and only barometer to judge if you're going to work with us or not. The second thing you should judge us on is what's in our heart. The only way you can do that is by booking a one-on-one consultation call with us to really get a vibe, to get a feel. If you really trust us, if you really want to work with us, right? Judge us by what's in our head, judge us by what's in our heart. Hit us up on social media and hit us up to book a free consultation call so we can go ahead and onboard your team today.
Yes, today. Hey, it's time you all stop wasting time. Stop. I might think about it because remember, nobody wants to get that call in the middle of the night. And it's everybody that it's happened to was caught off guard. Nobody is expecting to get a call about their teenager in the middle of the night. We dread that. We fear that. And what we're saying is that we can remove a lot of that fear by getting them involved with us. And the third thing, to add to what Dimitri said, the third thing, check our mentees. Ask them, DM them. They're on all our sites going. Ask them what do they think about us. They'll tell you. But you can find a lot of that on the YouTube channel. Go out there to the WTF Men's Academy. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're posting a lot of things out there, a lot of great things, because it's all about success, you all. It's all about teaching formulas to be successful, and that's what we're doing here. And I love you all that's on. I see my people out there viewing. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you, Coach Dimitri, because you hold it down, bro. Like, you do things in the background people don't know. They think Coach Big E doing all. Man, I'm not doing half the work this man is doing. Him and Joshua and Xavier have been killing it in the background. I want to give you all your props. because I see the great work that you're doing. A lot of the posts don't come from me, you all. It's coming from Dimitri. It's coming from the guidance of Dimitri and the teenagers, because they all report to him. They don't talk to me. I don't have calls with them where Dimitri does that. He's the man, over that, and he's doing a tremendous job. And the teenagers are really following your lead, man, and they're giving me a lot of feedback. So I wanted to give you your flowers too, bro.
Appreciate
because
that. Thank you.
Oftentimes we overlook the little things. And again, shout out to everybody that joined this live and everybody that's watching the replay. We want to support you too. If you got something going on, let us know. If you need a guest speaker to pop up on you, let us know. Shoot us a DM, because all we have is success formulas to give. We don't have gossip. We ain't got no infidelities. We don't have a lot of different. Don't even cross our path with that junk, because that is not what we're doing. We're raising these young lions, because again, in the word millionaire, there's a lion sitting in there. You just got to pull him out. And that's what we're telling you. We're pulling out those lions to let them roar. And they're all destined to be millionaires. And it won't take them to be like me, 47 years old. I'm talking about by the age of 21. If they follow the plan, man, let me be quiet. We're going to start a whole nother session.
Hey, we appreciate y'all time, everybody. We love y'all, and see y'all next Wednesday. Be safe and have a great rest of your week.
All righty. Thanks, everyone. Peace.